Okay, listen, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to have you. Happy 12/12 portal, you guys. I'm going to do a 12/12 portal message. It's not going to be a very long message. It's going to be a quick one. But what I was feeling today is that God has stepped into your timeline now. There is, and this may resonate with some of you, this may not resonate with some of you, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And excuse my sniffles, because I have the sniffles today. It just kind of come up on me. But there's an old timeline that is previously, or right now, that is collapsing. And a lot of what this old timeline, I feel like a lot of what this whole year has been about for you is walking away from certain relationships, walking out of these timelines that you had with certain people, certain places that, you know, it could have been lovers, it could have been friends, but it was people where there wasn't an equal give and take scenario going on between the two of you. You wasn't feeling like you were giving a lot and nothing was being reciprocated back to you. And I feel like this has been very hard for you. And I could be talking to a divine feminine or a divine masculine, so both of you guys can be going through this. And I think the reason why it was hard is because you are such a loving person and a very trusting person, a very giving person. So when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's never because it's what you can get out of a person or what you can take. It's because you genuinely want to be there. It's because you genuinely care about somebody and you genuinely want to see them happy. So when you started this healing journey, or when you started really trying to take a deep self-reflection and an inventory of your life and who you knew was meeting you halfway and who wasn't, it could have hurt you very deeply because you really loved certain people. And you come 222 on the timer, and you come to the realization there was no balance. There was no balance when it come with you in these relationships. And that maybe you also come to the realization that maybe these certain people didn't love you in the same way that you loved them. Because sometimes we can already, deep down, our intuition can be telling us, God can be telling us, but we may not want to hear it because our feelings are so much in it, our heart's in it, and we just want for so bad for somebody to feel the same way for us or love us the same way. So we keep continuing to put ourselves through that, but it's been time for us to walk away. This can be with family members, this can be with lovers, even friends. But I finally think that you have been working on this part of yourself. You've been healing this part of yourself, trying to figure out what was the root cause and why you always had to feel like you've always had to prove your love to people in a way. And this could come through a wound from your childhood. But it's definitely something you've had to get to the cause of. But you have definitely finally realized that, and realized that you're okay with walking away. You're okay with walking away because there is a divine acceleration going on here. You understood your assignment, and this could be a lesson that you were meant to learn this life, and the divine has seen that you have learned this lesson because you've cut certain people out, and now that's how this new timeline is being born. It's how it's being created. That's why the divine is getting really, really ready to accelerate you 411 on the timer, because you have seen this. You're releasing certain people that you know were just draining your energy or wasn't meeting you halfway. Now, I've been taking notes for the last 2 days on this message, because the stars have aligned for you, finally. This 12/12 portal is all about manifestation, but I also feel like you definitely need to be doing some shadow work during this 12/12 portal. Even if you can't get to it today, you don't even realize right now how much support you have around you at this time. You have so much angelic support. and the stars have aligned for you. You have raised your frequency in such a way, it's off the charts. If there were charts, it's off the charts. In heaven, your frequency is off the charts now, because you've really been doing the work. You stop being afraid of the unknown. You stop being afraid of what the worst of what could happen. Because I feel like for a long time, you feared that. That was one of your fears. And that's something I'm doing in this 1212 portal, is trying to write down some of my fears, trying to release and let those fears go. Stop being so scared. And also, the unknown is also where your magic always lies. You're not chasing anymore. You understand that the more you chase, the less you're attracting. So you have finally realized, like, when a person comes into your life, you're in this energy. You've changed dramatically with 555 on the timer. You have changed, because I feel like in your past you were in that chasing energy. You're not there no more. You have been able, your cutoff game is very strong right now. And I definitely could be talking to a divine feminine, but divine masculine can be right there as well. Or you could be watching for a divine feminine. Just, where you know how to do this, you guys. But you're in that energy of just, if they want to come in your life and build, accelerate your growth, accelerate your dreams, accelerate your goals, things that you want to do in your life, you're all for it. But if they are any way in disturbing that, disturbing what your goals are, disturbing what your dreams are, disturbing your peace in any certain kind of way, no matter how much you may have grown fond of that person or grown very strong feelings for that person, you're willing to walk away. And I think it's taken you a very, very long time to get here and to get to where you're at right now. I don't think this is not something that's just happened overnight. This is something that took time. You really have been working on yourself to get like that. And that's a lot of reason why you're so mysterious to people. People find you, 7-11 on the timer, people find you very mysterious at this time. You've had to walk away from a lot of certain people who you knew were not serving you. You knew that it wasn't, because those people could have been deeply wounding you, wounding that good energy that you have, taking away from you in some kind of way. The divine is definitely getting ready to accelerate you because of this, because of you learning this lesson, being able to walk away from things that didn't serve you. And I'm just so proud. And I could be talking to some of you, may be there. I feel like most of you are. But if you're not, this is where you're going. This is something that is getting ready to happen for you. You're getting ready to get in this energy to where you're able to say no to whenever people are not coming at you the right way. And I definitely feel like that's what this 2025 has mainly been about. And I cannot wait to see what 2026 has in store for you. Not being afraid of your own power, collective. Not being afraid of where this new version of yourself can take you. Because you're on the right path. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye 3. I don't know if that means like collaboration. You may have someone that wants to work with you, or there is some kind of business collaboration coming towards you. But a lot of doors are being unlocked for you because you're able to walk away from things that aren't serving you. God's able to move in on your timeline now. He's able to make things happen. This 1212 portal is a big shift for you. Take full advantage of it. Full advantage. And I know that in the other video we were talking a lot about, and I don't have a lot of time to get into this very deep, but this is something that I definitely want to get into in another video that I'm going to upload, is, I feel like somebody tried to dim your light a long, long time ago when you were younger, and this really could have set and put you on a different, on a darker path, because you felt that way. You felt like you had to dim your light because it didn't make others feel the best. And I think that's what a lot was in these certain relationships that you were in. People were with you or wanting to be around you all for the wrong reasons. And I hate to say that, but it's like your light irritated them. It irritated some certain people, 10-10. But this is a completion of a cycle. Something has been completed out. You have completed a cycle out with somebody. I'm feeling that very strong in your energy. And this could be one particular person. There's somebody very strong in your energy that I think for a long time, it took you a long time to realize this person's true intentions. And it wasn't very easy to finally walk away from someone. But they were with you for the wrong reasons. It wasn't, and I know this may come out harsh, you thought this person loved you. You thought this person deep down cared about you. But it was more about your energy. It was more about how you made someone feel. And I'm like seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a battery and like someone zapping you. And literally it just took just a little bit. So somebody, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm getting this. 11:11 on the timer. Somebody could have only gotten around you, like it maybe not have always been this way, but the worse the relationship got with you and a certain person, the less time they would spend with you. You would notice they would only come around, maybe even only call you on the phone for like a split second, and would talk to you just for a little bit, and literally you wouldn't see this person for like another few months. Like they wouldn't even speak to you. It was all about your energy. It's because it's the way you made somebody feel. But they didn't want really anything else other to do with you. I don't know if that's going to resonate with somebody. Somebody let me know if that does. But it's like it was more, and maybe you didn't understand for a while. But that's something like that is going on. You have a very, very pure energy about you. You have a very, and I'm not saying you're perfect. None of us are perfect. But you just have, even in your shadow, even when you were in a shadow part of yourself, you still carried some kind of light. Like people could still see it. It was always there. Nobody could ever just completely dim your light, but you definitely tried to yourself, because in a way it was like it made other people feel bad about themselves, but you never wanted to do that. Like you being the person that you are, you never wanted to make anyone feel less than. So you definitely dimmed your light. So that's something I definitely want to get into in another video, is like, it's something that's we're definitely going to have to get into another video about, because there's no way, shape, or form that you should have to dim your light to make anybody else feel comfortable. But I feel like that's what you had done. But I feel like you're just not being afraid anymore. Not being afraid to be who you want to be. And it's like, I feel like even the enemy, the devil himself, tried to like brainwash you into thinking that you had to be less than, or somebody tried to brainwash you is what I'm getting. But something else that I want to say. Okay, so I got kind of off subject there. 13:33 on the timer. So that we have the collapse of this timeline that's going on right now. I remember now what I was wanting to talk about. So y'all forgive me. The collapse of this timeline and cutting off certain people that no longer are meeting your needs, or just being good to you, treating you the way you deserve to be treated. You know your self-worth now. You know how you deserve to be treated, because of how much you give. So you being very sensitive to energy. You're very intuitive. You could be very sensitive to the moon cycles as well. But certain people may have taken this very personal when you walked away. And it's so, I don't want to say the narcissist word, because I hate throwing that word out there as much, but in a way, maybe some of these people were narcissists. And like I said, you being so sensitive to energy, you cutting certain people off, they were like that hate that they felt for you, they could have been unconsciously aware. It's like they were projecting a lot on you. So you could have definitely been feeling some heavier energy these last few months or last few days, last few weeks, however long. You could have been feeling some heavier energy and not understanding where that was coming from because it wasn't your energy. So that's why I'm here to tell you, you definitely need, if you're not already, spiritual hygiene is a must right now as you're going through, stepping into this new, especially because you are birthing this new timeline, you're birthing this new version of yourself right now, and you're closing out all these doors where they needed to be closed. So you could have people definitely projecting a lot onto you because they're feeling they're feeling hurt. They're mad because they can't control you anymore, or they're mad because they don't have that supply. Okay, they don't have that supply of energy that they need because they can't supply their own energy. They can't do it themselves. So they're really 555 on the timer. Some people are very angry with you in that devil-like energy. I'm seeing, they're in that devil-like energy. So some people could, I know we throw black magic out there a lot. Some people can dabble in that. And I'm not saying to count that out 100%. I'm not saying don't count that out. That's a very big possibility. But also, like I said, because you are very sensitive to energy, very empathetic person, you could be feeling this energy. So spiritual hygiene needs to be on 1,000 right now. But you definitely don't need to be worried. Like I said in the beginning, you have a lot of angelic support around you right now. A lot of angelic support. You could be seeing 444 or 414. You do. You have so much angelic support around you. And like I said, God has stepped into this timeline because I feel like God knows, your angels know that your protection has had to been amped up because of what and who you're walking away from, the timelines that you're closing out, even though, because you have a lot of healing that still needs to be done, still working on that, still giving yourself, but you're in this star-like energy. This is really going to open up a door for you to do the work that you were meant to do here on this earth. You're here to do work that God's been wanting to do for you to start stepping into. This is the life that heaven has been preparing you for. You're stepping into the life that heaven has been preparing you for. It's happening. And I'm just so proud and happy because I have been there. I've been right where you're at, collective. I've had to walk away from people that I didn't want to walk away from, but I had to. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And if you haven't done that, then let this message inspire you to do so. Because you are worth so much more. And your light is meant to be seen. Your light is meant to be heard. Your voice is meant to be heard. You were chosen to know universal truths. The universe and God, 1818 on the timer, has chosen you with this information, bringing this information from heaven here. Remembering who you are, remembering what your soul's purpose is here on this earth. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but now that you don't have certain people around you, you're going to be able to hear God clearer. Because when you're around the wrong people, when you're around the wrong crowd, it makes it so much harder for you to hear God. It makes it so much harder for you to hear your angels and what they are trying to tell you. So, I'm just here to tell you, continue to keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, this 1212 portal energy is going to be very strong. I mean, if you have time today, write down what your fears are. Burn that. Release that. Let it go. And then write down your new intentions. This is a perfect time to make new intentions. We have the winter solstice coming up, I believe. So it's a really good time to write down what you're wanting to bring in for the year 2026. And this is a wrap. So everything is wrapping up of 2025. And it feels so good. But like I said, definitely spiritual hygiene needs to be on 1,000 right now. but you are meant to be heard. Your light's meant to be seen. It's time for you to rise to shine, my love. Y'all see my shirt? It's time to rise to shine. It's time to not being scared to shine. Oh, I like that. Not being scared to shine. Because I feel like for a long time you have been scared to shine. And there is somebody also under judgment right now. I hate to say this, 2010, something could have happened in the year 2010. Somebody did something to you in the year 2010, or somebody could have did something to you between the year of 2010 and 2025, which is a big year gap there. But any of those years, somebody could have done something to you that really traumatized you, it really hurt you, and it really made you dim your light. It made you not want to shine anymore. And somebody's under judgment for that. I'm definitely seeing that. Somebody's under judgment. God has put somebody under judgment for something that they've done to you. Something that really hurt you. Something that really put you on a different path. It took you off your divine path, whatever this was. Something took you off of your divine path. You were meant to go a different direction, or make a different choice. But something that someone influenced you in some kind of way, or something that someone said. Somebody said something to you. And it really, really put you in a position to where you decided not to do something. It in some kind of way, it made you dim your light, but it made you almost like want to turn your light off for good and go a darker path. But you didn't. God come back for you. God saved you. God pulled you up out of the pit. But God is also looking back and looking at what may have caused. I mean, we're not saying that we blame people for our own actions. I know that we have to take responsibility for our own actions. But there is a particular, this could have been something that somebody did to you as a child. This was something that was unfair. So I don't know what that could be. But there's something there. But just remember what I said. God has definitely stepped on this new timeline for you. The energy may be a little heavy still. You may still feel that. Remember, that's not yours. That's someone else's. So you need to give it back to him. You need to send that right on back with a pretty bow in it. Okay? The Lord's forgiveness. And just go about your day. And happy 12/12. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.